One of these days I will reveal the secret of the vortex method. Good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. Stirring my coffee with chopsticks, using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of the coffee at the molecular level. I just go over some tweets from the previous day. I roll out of the sack. For those that are new to this, I come downstairs in the morning. It's cold out now. Winter is approaching. I wear a robe in the house, like an old man that I am. So all I do is basically just go over my tweets from the previous day. But what I like to do is get as much mileage out of them as possible. And I want to help you. Period. That's it. If she is checking her cell phone and texting during the first date, imagine what she'll be doing by the third date. You are more important than what she's checking on her phone. Proper meet and greet dates do not include her texting while she is with you. So what you do is you make that a fast and a last date. One of the reasons why I tell people, when you're in the dating world and you meet somebody for the first time, the first date is more of a meet and greet. You can make it longer if you want, but have it for coffee. Do not buy dinner on your first date. You're blowing money and you're wasting time. You can always get back money, but you can't get back time. So keep that in mind. You can't make a fast dinner, but you can make a fast coffee date or a drink if you're meeting for a cocktail or something. So like I said, make that a fast and a last date. You don't give second chances to people who treat you like shit and don't give you the proper respect that you deserve. I am going to drop the rules for FWB, which means friends with benefits type of relationships. For some of you that have wondered about that, yes, there are rules. It's not as carefree as you think anymore. In the same way that fences make good neighbors, my basic rules for FWB that I'm going to share with you, they protect both parties and then ensure that both people's needs get met and no one ever feels ripped off or violated. You can minimize being an asshole. You know, the world is full of assholes, but you don't have to be one. I'm not saying to be a nice guy. Nice guys never do well. Be an efficient guy, be a good guy, but not a nice guy. So I'm going to be dropping probably a video on FWB and how to do it properly. Let me fix my microphone here. That's better. Well, I was hoping that this old player was going to stay retired from the dating advice game, but watching all you guys get your hearts broken over and over and over and wasting a shit ton of money and drinking and getting high and committing suicide and having accidental overdoses is forcing this old gunslinger to make a comeback. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I'm seeing an interest in it and I'm watching too many casualties. And you thought I was all about pipes and pocket squares and ascots and beards. You are wrong. I'm going to help you. Man, if you're in the dating world, double book yourself for dates. I'll tell you why. The reality is that in the dating world, there is no honor. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a text where she says, something came up and I can't make it. You know what came up? Another man's boner came up. That's what came up. And you're going to be left ordering Papa John's and Netflixing at home because something came up. Protect your time and you be the one that texts that something came up. If you're actively out there meeting people, dating people, usually using dating sites, that happens a lot. Protect your time. You be the one who does the texting, saying, I can't make it. If it's going to be anyone, let it be you. So double book yourself because you respect you. That's one of the reasons why online dating sucks. When you meet people in person, there's so much more humanity involved. Because I've always said you're always one swipe or mouse click away from being replaced. Always. Your girlfriend breaks up with you, she is swiping that day. That day. Somebody texts you from out of your past, just out of the blue. You haven't heard from them in years. The only question you should ask yourself is this: is the old you going to respond to them? Because that's what they knew, was the old you. Or will it be the new you, the smart you, the awakened you, the woke you? They think you're just the old behavior person. And they're treating you the way that they used to treat you when you were different. But now you're changed. You are different. You're improved. You're a better version of yourself. You know how to say no. You don't fall into the same traps. You don't make the same mistakes. That's the person they knew. Maybe it's time to introduce them to the new you. And guess what's going to happen? They are no longer going to be in your life because they liked you when you were faulty, when you were broken, when you were weak. You're now stronger. You're lifting weights. You're eating well. You're doing better. You're getting good sleep. You're stronger. You're more resolute. You're more decisive. They might not like the new you. Think about that. Anything but mode 1 is a waste of your time and money. When I say mode 1, I'm talking about Alan Roger Curry's method of meeting people. Mode 1, just getting right to the point. What he calls direct approach dating. You can check him out, directapproachdating.com. He's a friend of mine in the Chicago area. Every successful salesman knows you have cold, warm, and hot leads. And coffee is for closers, man. Cold gets eliminated. Warm goes on the back burner to see if it heats up a little bit more. And when it's a hot lead, you close the sale now. This applies everywhere in life. Everywhere. Even the biggest douche seems like a hero when interacting with a woman in a shitty marriage or long-term relationship. You will be nothing but her ticket out of that relationship or that marriage. You think she is fucking you out of love and care and concern and she really likes you? This is where so many men get sucked in. Believe me, my friends, and I guess this can apply to women too. This is where people get sucked in. Persistence with women, now this is strictly for men, is a waste of your time. If she's interested, she will make it clear. What you call being persistent will waste your time and your money. What you call being persistent will waste your time and money. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Move on. The whole concept of winning someone over is manipulative and energy sucking. You can't keep that going. It's absolutely impossible. Hi, Joey. My littlest cat just jumped up on the table. Hi, good boy. So cute. They have not been introduced to you yet. I am a crazy cat guy. I'm a crazy animal guy, believe it or not. Winning someone over is manipulative and energy sucking. You can't keep that going. It just takes too much time and effort. Great news. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a spring clean for the May Queen. Yeah, there's two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. If you are her first ride on the carousel, after her marriage ends, this is for men, enjoy possibly the best sex of your life, but don't make future plans with her. It takes her 3 to 7 rides with other people after her separation or marriage ending before she even considers throwing another anchor down. She will seem so in love. Believe me, you are her transition man or transition person. That is a thing. A lot of people get hurt doing that transition stuff. Being that transition person. He said, "I'll love you till I die." She told him, "You'll forget in time." As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall. He went crazy, half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. George Jones, 1980. When you date someone who is recently separated or divorced, you are their transition person. It's passionate, it's deep, it seems hopeful, it's enthusiastic, but it has an expiration date on it. So get ready for a big, ugly breakup. The biggest lie you believe is that you are different and that it'll never happen to you. Replay this. That is the most important thing of today's Daybreak Show. Actually, I'm going to say it again. When you date someone who is recently separated or divorced, you, in essence, are their transition person. You become the transition person. You're helping them leave their marriage and go to another life. It's very rare that they will stay with you. It's passionate, it's deep, it's sexual, it's hopeful, it's enthusiastic. But it has an expiration date on it. And get ready for a big ugly breakup. And the biggest lie that you believe is that it will never happen to you. I've seen more men crumble and just become little babies because they did not believe this. This is why practical stoicism is so important in the modern age. It helps you day to day. That doesn't mean you are a hard rock. Stoicism is basically just delaying your emotions, not denying them. A well-groomed beard is the new clean cut. Your appearance is a mini elevator pitch all by itself. You get judged in like 3 seconds. People size you up. So don't let a great resume get ignored because you didn't look the part. So useless to ask me why, throw a kiss and say goodbye. I'll make it this time. I'm ready to cross that fine line. Steely Dan, 1976. I am pausing the video to sneeze. Whenever there's a change of seasons, I end up getting like these seasonal allergies that last for about a week. So when I pause like that, it's because I'm sneezing. And that doesn't sound really good on the audio. I'll never do business with a man who refuses to shake my hand. Never. Men who insist on fist bumping when you shake their hand. Creepy mothers. Creepy. Just shake my hand, douchebag. Just shake it. All right? I don't care if you've been in prison. I don't care what your germaphobe OCD bullshit is. Shake my hand. Or you'll never do business with me. If you're making a home run, or you score something big, fist bumps, cool, that's all right. But when we're doing business, shake my hand, or I will turn and walk away from you, period. Young men, shake hands, firm. I should do a video on how to shake a hand. There is a way. I can see the appeal of fountain pens. I was recommended a Jin Hao as a starter to see if I like it. They are under $10 on Amazon. So if you could, in the comments down below, tell me what I need to know about fountain pens and the proper paper. I can see myself eventually making or getting a briarwood one with a beautiful grain on it. But if you know anything about fountain pens, tell me about it. Please, I would love to hear about it. That's something that I would like to do. Gentlemen, did you ever want to ask her out, but you hesitated because you're only a clerk at Home Depot, because you only make $27,000 a year, because you don't drive a nice car? You're not alone. Many men feel the same way. I felt that way at one time. But many have found that they overcame it just by doing it. Ask her out. Choose the girl. Ask her out. Be direct. If you need some hardcore coaching on that, email me. I have a coaching program that will work perfect for you. Listen to the old dogs. Listen to the old dogs. It's not cheap and it's not free. gb@georgebruno.com. I can help you. Who speaks more to your percussive nature? John Bonham, Neil Peart, Charlie Watts, or Ginger Baker? Put your answer down below. I'd like to see who speaks to you more. Men talking smack. That's one of the cool things about being a man. We can verbally and sometimes even physically duke it out, and then go get a beer shortly thereafter and have great conversation. That's something that women can't do. And maybe even a friendship can occur. That's keeping it real, what I call founding fathers style. In Philadelphia, they would duke it out and come back together and have a beer. Truth and timing are a great combination. That's called sharing a timely word. Older, wiser people know this well. Truth without proper timing and conditions is futile. Wait for the conditions to be right, then share. Otherwise, it's just casting pearls amongst swine. Yours is the cloth, mine is the hand that sews time. His is the force that lies within. Ours is the fire, all the warmth we can find. He is a feather in the wind. Led Zeppelin, 1978. Ladies, this is for the ladies. It's Halloween time, which means you can get a cheap, fun wig that's a different color and a different length than your own hair. Have some fun with your man at home. Surprise him. It'll work, and he'll appreciate it. Let me know how that works out for you. Tell me down below. Dudes, do I have to tell you again? Never, ever, 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 ever send a dick pic. Never. You know what will get you farther? Send a picture of a 5-inch stack of 100s. That's more effective than your 5-inch If she's not sending you fun and alluring pics during your day, which is a very smart move on her part, then who is she sending them to? All women, I don't give a shit if she's an executive. I don't care if she's an elementary school teacher. She goes to the bathroom, she has private moments, she's in her car. She needs to be sending you pictures. Women who don't do that don't understand men, or don't understand or respect their man. Men are visual. Ladies, give your man a visual treat. That doesn't mean sexual. It means visually alluring. If everyone had 3 wishes granted, one of them needs to be a sense of humor. I like my women like I like my meat. About 75% lean and 25% fat. Curvy, not scurvy. The beef selection at my local Aldi market is not as attractive as its manager. She is leaner than a ribeye. Women get mad when you're on to their bullshit. You know what makes them madder? When other women are on to their bullshit. Sometimes a female acquaintance, lady friends, which some people say, like I'm not one of these guys that, you know how some people will say, if you're not banging her, then you're nothing but her girlfriend. Okay, I can understand that, but I will say this. Sometimes it helps to have female friends or acquaintances that you can bounce things off of. I think that's normal. Sometimes that female acquaintance can help you see the crap that you can't see on your own, or that you can't detect because of your own weaker male vulnerabilities and tendencies. And it's okay to admit that. Willing partners. When it comes to anything sexual, both partners need to be willing. 100. No hesitating at all. None. Here's the problem. After 3 days, if a man is not calling, texting, or making a second date, then all of a sudden she feels like she's been taken advantage of, deceived, and maybe even a crime has been committed. What if she calls the police and says, you raped her or sexually assaulted her? They're going to believe her, even if it never happened. And I'm not downplaying any sexual deviant bullshit of creeps that do shit like that. I'm talking about just a normal date. So what is the solution for this? 2 things. A contract and a camera. And I'm going to explain that in the future. That's why FWB needs a contract, needs rules. If you ever saw the movie 50 Shades of Grey, which I recommend only out of curiosity, not because it's a great movie. But the dude had a contract. We can go here, 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 and here, and she had to agree with that. If anything made her feel uncomfortable, it wasn't approached. That was not checked off. Sounds very mechanical, doesn't it? Takes the spontaneity away. But it also takes away the deception and takes away the possibility that you're going to get a bad reputation. And where can you go to get a reputation back if you've ever been accused of anything criminal? And the other thing is a body camera, some kind of hidden body camera. If she says to you, he did this to me, he sexually assaulted me, guess what? You have a camera. You have a camera, whether it be a pen that's in your pocket that has a little lens on it, or a hidden thing in your car, or something on your nightstand, or whatever. You have proof that it didn't happen. The more and more we get into this, women are victims bullshit, the more men are going to need proof. And men who don't have proof, you deserve everything you're going to get. Most women make men work for it. Smart men walk away from it if it's too much work. It's never overvalued, but it's always overpriced. I'd love to sweep you off your feet, but I don't want to take your only means of transportation. Just in time for Halloween. Never negotiate or argue with these kind of people. Terrorists, feminists, MRA, men's rights activists, very weak men, blue-pilled alphas, which means they're tough on the outside but little pussies on the inside. How do you know that? Watch what happens when they go through a breakup. All of a sudden, tough guy is a babbling lump of meat, wondering why the world isn't going his way. Because he did not put the world in his frame, and that's not being a narcissist. He created his own victimhood. And finally, bearded, tattooed, flannel shirt, beta males, which there are plenty of them. Never negotiate or argue with them. And with that, I just want to say thank you for joining. I'm going to finish my coffee. Big day at the salon today. Have a lot of clients to do, and I'm working on a guy today, one fella who's has a gray beard who wants to have a white beard like mine. And we're going to do that through bleaching, a careful 3-step bleaching process. If you have a beard and you want a white beard, consult with me and we'll see if we can do that. My beard is white naturally. My hair is gray. My beard is white. There are people who have a gray beard or a salt and pepper beard who want a white beard, a very wizardly, Santa Claus-y kind of beard. I can help you with that. It's not cheap, but I can help you with that, especially if you're a professional actor or if you are a Santa Claus or something like that. All right, have a great day, everyone. Put comments down below. And if you have any questions, put them down below and I'll answer them in future videos. Have a super day, man. Be the best version of yourself. That's the happiest version of yourself. Thanks for watching.